kids, we're so excited you're here. I'm Miss Brittany.
And I'm Miss Krista.
Welcome to Virtual VBS.
We have an incredible day for you planned. We are going to learn the bottom line is that you can focus on what you can see. But this whole week, we're going to be learning about how you can focus on God. So today, we have so many awesome things planned. We have Bible story, we have missions, we have crafts, and the best part of VBS,
snacks.
So get the family gathered around. Make sure you have your packet for today labeled Day 1 because VBS starts now.
Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. This is my faith. This is my focus. All of my days, I know where my hope is. I'll live it loud. I'll shout the chorus because I know, oh, you're always for us. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. Even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And keep on looking to you for where I'm going, knowing you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. Fix my eyes on you. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. Fix my eyes on you, on you, on you. This is my faith. This is my focus. All of my days, I know where my hope is. I'll live it loud. I'll shout the chorus because I know, oh, you're always for us. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. Even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And keep on looking to you for where I'm going. No, you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. Fix my eyes on you. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. Fix my eyes on you, oh yeah, oh yeah. Hands in the air. I know you're there. Anywhere. Oh. I'll fix my eyes on you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hands in the air. I know you're there. Anywhere. Oh. I'll fix my eyes on you. Ooh, ooh. And keep on looking to you for where I'm going. Knowing you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. Fix my eyes on you. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. Fix my eyes on you, on you.
Ready? Okay. Ready? Go. Oh, that is a beautiful blue. Look at that. That is, okay, here we go.
It's bubbling.
It's alive! Oh, okay, you see us, right? But do you really? Because you aren't seeing us.
They're not?
Nope.
So what are they seeing?
Well, they're seeing the light off of a TV or a computer or projector screen. Right now, we're being recorded on a camera. Huh? Yes. Yes.
Wow,
But does the camera even see us? I mean, all it's seeing is the light bouncing off our forms, right? Watch this. Okay, right now, we're in pitch black darkness. You might as well be watching a blank screen. We're here, you know we are, because you can hear us, but who knows whether or not it's exactly as you remember? Because of light. I'm Kyle, this right here is Samantha.
Hi, guys.
And this is Wilson, and today we are taking a closer look at how we see things, or don't. Hey, want to see something weird? Come on. What is that?
Oh, I know that is an alien planet from a video game.
Whatever it is, it's disgusting.
I wouldn't say it's disgusting, Wilson. After all, you have it on your face.
What?
Yeah.
No, get out!
No, it's you too, Samantha, by the way. It's not.
I have a video game on my face.
No, it's not an alien planet. Thank you, though. Thanks. No, see, we just have to take a closer look because this is actually this.
Wait, you're saying that that image is just an eyelash?
Yep, seen through a microscope. See, some things that we see every day look kind of gross and freaky and foreign, you know?
I don't think mine look like that because those look icky.
Okay, well, this is tiny. Want to see something huge?
Oh, more than anything.
Okay, so we're gonna move from the microscope to the telescope.
Oh, I've got one of those.
Okay. All right. Yes, this right here are the pillars of creation. They're these giant trunks of gas and dust. And some people think the gas and dust are out there making brand new stars. Whoa. Yeah, right? All of that space dust is just a combination of carbon and hydrogen. All the same things that make up you and me, but they're out there making brand new stars in the sky. So everything from the eyelashes on your face to these astronomical miracles 7,000 light years away are all part of the same components. Isn't that amazing?
Amazing. But wait, how far is 7,000 light years?
41 quadrillion miles. It's crazy, right?
I mean, I guess.
So cool.
No matter where we are or what we're doing, we're all just trying to take a closer look at the things around us, whether they be teeny tiny and can fit in the palm of our hand, or they're trillions and trillions of miles out there in space.
So far away.
It really is. Whether we're looking at it through a microscope or a telescope or binoculars or even glasses. We all just want to see the universe around us.
Getting to see stuff like this is amazing.
It really is. I love how we were created to see things and how there are so many things created that allow us to see. But we're not done yet. We'll be back in a little bit and talk more about it.
Do we get to blow something up?
Oh, that also sounds exciting.
We can sure try.
Boom.
You made the sky above, you made the oceans deep. You have created everything my eyes could see. You made this heart to know your love. I stand in awe of everything you've done. I will live my life to know you more. praise with every single breath I breathe. You made this hard to know your love. I stand in awe of everything you've done. I will live my life to know you more. I will live my life for you alone. I want to hear you speak, follow your lead. You give me everything I need. I will live my life to know you more. Heavenly Father, above every other, I want to know you more. Heavenly Father, above every other, I want to know you more. You made this hard to know your love. I stand in awe of everything you've done. I will live my life to know you more. I will live my life for you alone. I want to hear you speak, follow your lead. You give me everything I need. I will live my life to know you more. To know you more.
Whoa, this is amazing. Can you see that? Oh, hey there. My name's Kellen, and that was my eyeball. Let's do it one more time. Whoop, woohoo! Ah, cool, right? Well, God gave us eyes to see, and they're pretty impressive. The eye muscles are the fastest in the body, and while the eye is only an inch across and weighs less than a slice of bread, it has over 2 million working parts and can see millions of colors. Incredible, right? Our Bible story today is from the book of Romans and was written by a guy named the Apostle Paul. Now, Paul was not one of the original 12 disciples of Jesus, but he had a pretty amazing encounter with Jesus that changed his life. So amazing that Paul ended up writing several books in the New Testament, more than any other person. And so in Romans, Paul writes this: "Ever since the world was created, it has been possible to see the qualities of God that are not seen. I'm talking about his eternal power and about the fact he is God. Those things can be seen in what he has made, so people have no excuse for what they do." So what is Paul saying? He's saying, look around. Look at this incredible world. See the incredible things in nature. The ocean, the mountains, how intricate a beautiful and single flower is. Why are these things here? Well, Paul's saying it points to a God who created them. But God's creation doesn't just include nature. Look at your friends and your family, the people that you love and that love you. Where does that love come from? It comes from how you were created. And that fact also points to a God who loves us. Paul is simply saying, stop and take a closer look. And when you do, you'll see the evidence of a God who loves you and loves the world. If we really look for it, we'll be able to see the amazing things about God and the amazing things God is doing in our world. But here's something else I want to look at today. Even though Paul wrote this with only being able to use his eyes, today we're also going to use some tools to help us see things our eyes by themselves can't see. Let's take this telescope for example. Our eyes can only see so far, but when we look through a telescope and bring it into focus, we can see things further out in space. And some scientists have even used bigger and more powerful telescopes to see further and further into space. And here's the thing about space. It's huge. Let me show you what I've been able to see. So, here's us. But here we are in our solar system. Yep. You see that tiny little blue dot? That's us. So that's our solar system. But our solar system is a tiny, tiny thing in our galaxy, the Milky Way. Now, where are we in our galaxy? You gotta figure we're right in the middle, right? Nope. Our solar system, all 8 of our planets and the sun, is like a speck of sand right here. And you're thinking, well, that's gotta be it, right? The galaxy's huge, so huge that I can't even wrap my head around it. But do you know how many more massive galaxies there are in the universe? Maybe a handful? Scientists now believe there are 2 trillion galaxies. When we look up at the stars, it lets us see the traits of a God who is bigger than our imagination. So, now that you and I are maybe feeling a little small, let me show you something else. I have a microscope here, and with super high-powered microscopes, we can see incredible detail of the smallest things. Our body is made up of all kinds of cells and some of the smallest things that can do incredible work that help us walk and talk, eat and think, digest our food, run around, climb trees, and each of those cells has its own job. Here, take a look at this. All right, let's bring this into focus. All right, there we go. What do you guys think those are? I'll give you a hint. Everyone take a deep breath right now. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Those things are called alveoli. Our lungs are made up of tiny air sacs that take oxygen in and carbon dioxide out with every breath. Look how incredible they are. Do you know how many of them are in your lungs? Hundreds of millions. Every breath while you're running in gym class and every breath while you're sleeping. When you take a closer look with a microscope, we can see that even the smallest part of us is created with such detail and care. Our God is so vast, it's mind-boggling. But He also cares about the smallest thing inside each of you. But what else can we see in creation that points us to a God we can't see? Well, we read in Genesis in the creation story that humans were a part of creation. And it says that we were all created in the image of God. That includes me, and that includes you. That means a lot of things, but I think it means that since we were created in God's image, we too can point to God. I'll give you an example. If I saw a building on fire, that would be pretty scary, right? But do you know what else I could see if I took out this pair of binoculars? Whoa, I'd see people. I'd see the firefighters running to put out the fire. Maybe even going inside to save people. When we see people loving others more than themselves, it points to a God who created us to do some pretty amazing things. When we really focus, we have so many things around us that we can see and observe. And even though we can't physically see God, the things we can see point to a God that is here right now working in our lives. As we learn more and more about this world that God has created for us, we can be excited about how much care God gave the world. And that's a reminder that God loves me and God loves you. And that's some pretty good news. Well, I'll see you next time as we take a closer look.
Hi, I'm Miss Leslie, and I'm so glad to welcome you to my garden today. Kellen shared the verse that Paul wrote in Romans that says we can see the power of God in the things He has made. This garden is a wonderful display of God's amazing work. Most of these things are being grown for food. Some are for the bees and butterflies, and others are being grown just for their beauty. Would you believe this plant, which is called Bok Choy, grew from a tiny seed like that? It is delicious. Over here we're growing sugar snap peas, and those tendrils will grow all the way up that trellis and feed us for a couple of months. Then this squash plant is going to take over and grow really, really good squash. Do you see this little stem right here? It is going to grow as tall as me and produce lots and lots of okra. Now, this only represents a small part of the plant kingdom. Look at these rocks God made. I like to search for fossils in them. And sometimes I take my binoculars and I look over in these big trees, and I can see all kinds of birds, and even in the ground I sometimes see deer walking around, and I don't have to worry about scaring them. We can't see God, but everything He made points to Him. There's a hymn I learned when I was about your age that expresses the God of creation. This is my Father's world, and to my listening ears all nature sings, and round me rings the music of God's spheres. This is my Father's world, I rest me in the thought of rocks and trees, of skies and seas, His hand the wonders wrought. In Romans 1:20, Paul says we are without excuse if we don't recognize God's power, because it is evident in everything He has made. And you know what? I am really without excuse, because I have a Bible, and it tells me the true story of how God created the world. Do you have a Bible? If you do, stop the video and go get it. The Bible is a collection of 66 books that tell God's story. And to learn how it all began, we start at the beginning. Genesis is the first book of the Bible. So I'm just going to turn right here to the beginning in Genesis chapter 1. I'm using the New International Reader's Version. We call that NERV at SV Kids. You can read along with me, or if you'd rather, you can get your kids' booklet and draw what happened each day of creation. You may just want to do a really quick sketch the first time through and then go back and add details later. My husband, Mr. Emery, is going to be our prop man as I read Genesis 1:1 through 2:2. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth didn't have any shape, and it was empty. There was darkness over the surface of the waves. At that time, the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. God saw that the light was good. He separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day. He called the darkness night. There was evening and there was morning. It was day 1. God said, "Let there be a huge space between the waters. Let it separate water from water." And that's exactly what happened. God made the huge space between the waters. He separated the water under the space from the water above it. God called the huge space sky. There was evening and there was morning. It was day 2. God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered into one place. Let dry ground appear." And that's exactly what happened. God called the dry ground land. He called the water that was gathered seas. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the land produce plants. Let them produce their own seeds. And let there be trees on the land that grow fruit with seeds in it. Let each kind of plant or tree have its own kind of seeds." And that's exactly what happened. So the land produced plants. Each kind of plant had its own kind of seeds, and the land produced trees that grew fruit with seeds in it. Each kind of tree had its own kind of seeds. God saw that it was good. There was evening and there was morning. It was day 3. God said, "Let there be lights in the huge space of the sky. Let them separate the day from the night. Let the lights set the times for the holy celebrations and the days and the years. Let them be lights in the huge space of the sky to give light on the earth." And that's exactly what happened. God made 2 great lights. He made the larger light to rule over the day, and the smaller light to rule over the night. He also made the stars. God put the lights in the huge space of the sky to give light on the earth. He put them there to rule over the day and the night. He put them there to separate light from darkness. God saw that it was good. There was evening and there was morning. It was day 4. God said, "Let the seas be filled with living things. Let birds fly above the earth across the huge space of the sky." So God created the great sea creatures. He created every kind of living thing that fills the seas and moves about in them. He created every kind of bird that flies. God blessed them. He said, "Have little ones so that there will be many of you. Fill the water in the seas. Let there be more and more birds on the earth." There was evening and there was morning. It was day 5. God said, "Let the land produce every kind of living creature. Let there be livestock and creatures that move along the ground and wild animals." And that's exactly what happened. God made every kind of wild animal. He made every kind of livestock. He made every kind of creature that moves along the ground. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let us make human beings so that they are like us. Let them rule over the fish in the seas and the birds in the sky. Let them rule over the livestock and all the wild animals. And let them rule over the creatures that move along the ground." So, God created human beings in His own likeness. He created them to be like Himself. He created them male and female. God blessed them. He said to them, "Have children so that there will be many of you. Fill the earth and bring it under your control. Rule over the fish in the seas and the birds in the sky. Rule over every living creature that moves along the ground." Then God said, "I am giving you every plant on the face of the whole earth that produces its own seeds. I am giving you every tree that has fruit with seeds in it. All of them will be given to you for food. I am giving every green plant as food for all the land animals and for all the birds in the sky. I am also giving the plants to all the creatures that move along the ground. I am giving them to every living thing that breathes." And that's exactly what happened. God saw everything He had made, and it was very good. There was evening and there was morning. It was day 6. So the heavens and the earth and everything in them were completed. By the 7th day, God had finished the work He had been doing. So on that day, He rested from all His work. God shows us what He is like in all that He created. He showed us even more of Himself when he sent Jesus to live among people on the earth. Our memory verse for today says, "Let us keep looking to Jesus. He is the one who started the journey of faith, and he is the one who completes the journey of faith." You can find that verse in the New Testament in the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, the first part of verse 2. The bottom line for today is keep looking for God. There's evidence of him all around you. Let's pray. Oh, Father, thank you for the beauty and the magnificence of your amazing creation. Thank you for giving us Jesus, who shows us even more of you. We ask you to be our teacher for this week of Bible school. In Jesus' name, amen. Well, thanks a lot for tuning in, and I hope you have a great week of Vacation Bible School.
Well, hello and welcome to Craft Time at Vacation Bible School 2020. I'm Carmen, and I'll be here with you each day to do a different craft. I want to welcome you. I want to welcome kids, adults, and I thought, there's probably some cats and dogs out there too, because we're doing Vacation Bible School at home. It's going to be different, but I think you're going to love the crafts we're going to do. And each one that we're going to do, we're going to learn about God. We're going to learn about Jesus. And as you make the craft and finish it, then you will be able to look at that from days on here and be reminded of what you learned about God and Jesus. So I'd like to start each day with our memory verse. In order to memorize a verse from the Bible, the best thing to do is to repeat it. So let's repeat it every day. Let's start today with Hebrews 12:2a. Let us keep looking to Jesus. He is the one who started this journey of faith, and He is the one that completes the journey of faith. So I hope you will practice saying your verse, your memory verse, every day, and we'll do that at craft time when we start. Well, I hope you have your kit, and if you open your kit for today's craft, you're going to find a felt tip pen, a couple of ink pads, and I also added something else to it. To use more colors and to make it brighter, I used some watercolors that I already had at home. So what we're going to do is talk about God and His creation. God made everything. Everything. Now you might say, well, Miss Carmen, some men came and built my house, and our car, people made it at the factory. Well, what we need to remember is God made all the materials that man has used his brain power to bring together to make your house and to make your car. The bottom line is God has made everything in creation, including you and me. And today's craft is going to help us remember that God has created everything. Now, we said you had your ink pad. You also, in your packet, have some pictures of some different animals, insects, flowers, and trees, reminding us that God made all those things as well. So let's get started on our craft. What you need to do is get your ink pad and get your piece of paper and take your finger, press it into the ink pad, and then put your fingerprint on the paper. Now you can do this as many times as you would like to do it. And I think you might have two different colors of ink pad. But as I said, I wanted to show you too how to do it with a watercolor set if you have one of those at home. Just wet your finger and make the paint wet, and then put your fingerprint down. And that way you can have multiple colors. Another thing that you can do as well is to put your fingerprints either horizontally or vertically. We did these vertically, meaning standing up, but we can also do them horizontally. So you are welcome to do that and use your imagination. One thing that I have learned from working in Bible school is there are many different ways to do things. And I've learned that from you. You all are very creative, and some of you like to follow certain patterns, and some of you like to do things your own way. And that's what makes it so fun. So you decide how many fingerprints you want to put on your page and continue to do so if you'd like. I'm going to put a few more different colors on here because I like a lot of color. And maybe you do too. Need a little bit more water on that. All right. And hopefully you've got your wipe or a wet rag that you can wipe off your finger so you get all the ink or the paint off of that. Now, let's see what we've got so far. So now let's do the next step in our creationary, is what we'll call it. And you can grab the cards that you've received that have the different ideas. I love all these because there's a spider, a fish, an elephant, a cat. You choose your favorite one to start with. I'm going to choose the bird to start with. And I'm going to take one of my fingerprints and I'm going to add some feathers at the top and a beak, some feet, and a wing, and an eye. I think that looks pretty good. Now I think I'll try something else. Look, there's a cloud, there's a flower. I think I like that flower. Let's see, which one should I use? I think I'll use this blue one and make a flower. Put a leaf on it. Make a double petals here. Well, that looks pretty good. Maybe not as good as the one in the picture, but I like it. It's mine. Let's see, what else could we make? Oh, I love the turtle. Let me make the turtle here. I'll use one of my horizontal ones here to make the turtle. All of these are things that God has made. There was one more I wanted to make. Let me see if it's in here. I was thinking about making this fish. I think that's the one I'll choose and let you see that when I'm done. I'm going to put some fins on him. And he's going to be a smiling fish with some bubbles coming up. All right, let me show you what I have done so far, and that might give you some ideas of how to do yours. See if yours turns out similar to mine, and add whatever ideas you have as well. While you all are finishing this, I would like to read some scripture to you. It's from Romans chapter 1, verse 20. And this is a verse that I actually have memorized because I love it so much. It says, ever since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power and his divine nature, have been clearly seen, being understood in the things that have been made. So people are without excuse. What does that mean? It means that no one has an excuse for not believing in God. All you have to do is look around you in creation and see the things that God has made and realize there has to be a creator. These things don't just happen by accident. There has to be a creator behind these to not only make them, but maintain them. Spring is a great time to see about the creation of God because during the winter we've seen trees without any leaves, we've seen grass die, We've seen no flowers where flowers were last year. But then when spring comes, we start seeing the leaves come back. We see the flowers blooming. And we know that not only did God create them, but He brings them back each year. And we know to expect that. So here's what I want you to remember about today's craft. Remember that you can trust in what you can't see, which is God, by seeing things that you can see, which is creation. Creation can remind us that there is a God who loves us and cares about us and maintains us and His creation.
Hi friends, my name is Miss Shauna and I am going to be talking to you guys about our mission focus this week for Vacation Bible School. This week we have chosen Clarity Solutions as our mission project. I don't know if you've heard of Clarity Solutions or not, but they are a great organization that is helpful to the entire family. We talked about in the Bible study how God had created everything, and you and I and all the little babies that come through Clarity are no different. So what we are wanting to do is we're wanting to show you guys some things that Clarity does to help mommies and daddies.
Hey Severance Valley kiddos, we are so excited that you are at your VBS this week, even though it looks a little different virtually. I'm Laura Dickinson, the Executive Director of Clarity Solutions, and we've been told that you guys have picked Clarity as your missions project for this week. Thank you so much. We're so excited for that. But you may not know what Clarity does, and so I wanted to share just a little bit about that. So sometimes people who are mommies and daddies may not know that they are mommies and daddies at the very beginning. So I don't know if you know where babies are. Usually they're in mommy's tummies, right? But they have to find that out. And so sometimes they come to Clarity to see if they're gonna have a baby. And for some couples, that's it can be a scary time or uncertain. Maybe they weren't planning on that. And so they can come here to Clarity, take a test. It's really easy to see if they're pregnant. And also they get to see and be here where we're at in the ultrasound room. Have you all ever heard of an ultrasound machine? I don't know, maybe you have, maybe you haven't. This is an ultrasound machine right here. It's really expensive and really sophisticated technology that lets our nurses see inside the mommy's tummy. Isn't that amazing? And these little pictures look black and white and kind of fuzzy, but our nurses have been trained to see the baby, the life inside of these mommy's tummies. And so they can come here and see baby and get the kind of resources that mommies and daddies need. So that's part of what Clarity does, and we're so excited that you are here to help us out this week. So I pray you have a wonderful VBS, and we'll see you later.
Hi, Severance Valley boys and girls. I hope you're having a great time at VBS this week. You just heard from Miss Laura Dickinson, our Executive Director, about how moms and dads find out that they're gonna have a baby and how our pregnancy test and our ultrasounds help them. Here at Clarity, we believe, and you may know this book about Horton Hears a Who, we believe a person's a person no matter how small. And because of that, our pregnancy test and ultrasounds help moms and dads want to learn to love their baby, but they still think babies cost money. They're so expensive. Where can I go to get all the things that I need for a baby? If you've got a little brother or sister, you know what kind of things they need, like diapers and wipes and little outfits. Can you imagine you were this small one time? Or if you were a boy, you might have been that small and worn an outfit like that. Our clients can come to a program Clarity has called the Aspire program and the AIM program for dads. Moms aspire to be good moms, so they come and they take education classes to learn how that baby's growing and developing, how to prepare to be a good mom, how to deal with that crying baby when they just won't stop in safe ways. They also learn through our men's program about how to be a good dad, how to be a good provider and a good protector, and to be that dad of the family. Everything that they do, they earn points, and that gives them the right to shop for all things baby. Also, they can take Bible studies. They can come for mentoring just to meet with an older, wiser woman or a man, if they're whichever they are, a mom or a dad, to really figure out how they're going to do this and to get that love and support that they need. So they can come. Everything they do, they earn points, and with those points, they shop in this room right here. We call it our baby boutique, but our clients call it Points Place. It's that place where you use your points. So along with diapers, they can get clothing for boys and girls. They can get bottles. They can get baby wash and lotion. They can get pacifiers. They can get blankets because babies have to keep warm. They can get burp cloths because babies spit up a lot. They can get bibs. They can get toys. They can get food pantry packs twice a month each time they shop. But I want you to look around and see everything we have in this room. We have little girl clothes and little boy clothes, and all kinds of onesies and bibs and washcloths, blankets, all kinds of bottles. We even have baby bathtubs. And we have maternity clothes because moms outgrow their regular clothes when the baby's growing inside them, so they need bigger clothes, so they get those for free. And I want you to see, I talked about our men's program, our AIM men's program. Even our dads can get things that they need to be good dads, to be good providers in their home, fixers, because dads are the fixer men at our homes, aren't they? So they can get tools, they can get clothes to wear to work. We want to help the whole family be a good family, be good moms and dads. And the most important thing that we do is we tell every mom and dad that Jesus loves them, and we want them to have a relationship with Jesus. So everything that we do, we point them towards Jesus. So boys and girls, we hope you're going to have a great time this week virtually learning about Jesus at your VBS. You'll have a copy of our donations list as well as our Amazon wish list that you and your parents can go and find things to purchase for clarity within your price range. And even as you are delving into the Bible this week and learning more about Jesus and his amazing love, please remember to pray for clarity and all of our clients.
They offer all sorts of different services, from ultrasounds to clothing, food, diapers, anything that you need to take care of a newborn baby, Clarity is there to help with. One of the ways that we are going to help them this week, if you guys can find in your packet, we have a printout of a baby bottle. So this is a way that we can help. One of the main ways that we can help is to collect money for Clarity Solutions. So take your envelope and pull out the printout of the bottle. We're going to be collecting money, and as you get to those different markers of the dollar amounts, you can color it in. And then when you are finished with the week, we can take it to Clarity Solutions, or we can bring it to the church and we will deliver it for you. Other donations that Clarity likes to help parents with are bottles, diapers, wipes, clothes, food, toys, anything that you have that could help in some way with a newborn baby. They would love to have. Also, a main way that you can help is to pray. Pray for Clarity. Pray for the people who work there. Pray for the babies that God created specifically and importantly and with no one else like them. Pray for the mommies and daddies. And we will touch back next week to learn more about how we can help our mission focus, Clarity Solutions. We'll see you soon.
Oh, hey, welcome back to A Closer Look. Today, we're talking about something yes.
I think I get it.
Okay, what do you get?
Why the show is called Closer Look.
Okay.
It's because we are taking a closer look at all the things we can see.
Okay, yes, very close, but not just the things we can see, also the things we can't.
Like dangerous ultraviolet radiation.
Oh, okay, turn that off, that's, okay, yeah, but, not quite that, but, you know what? Hold on 1 second, I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right, coming through. Perfect. Okay, so obviously there's things we can see and we know that are there. But then there are things that we can't see, but we have instruments like, hold on to that for me, thank you. Instruments like telescopes to see where they are. But then, can you plug this in for me? Thank you so much. Then there are things we can't see, but we know they are there.
Like what?
Like, oh, I got it. This. Like the wind! We can't see it, but we know it's there because of all the things that it touches, like Wilson's papers and all of their hair as it's blowing through the wind. What? Sorry, I said the wind. You can know that it's there, but it shows you the things you can't see.
I don't like it! I want it to stop! I think they get the point!
Okay, fine, yeah. Okay, hold on. But you know, that's the whole point of this show. We want you to take a closer look at things, even things we can't see. Even though we can't see some things, we can know they're there because of the things we can see. I mean, there's so many things around us we can't see, but they affect everything we do day to day.
Like wind.
Like atoms.
Oxygen.
Like ultraviolet radiation light, right, Samantha? Right?
What?
Oh.
Did you say something about dangerous autopilot integration?
No.
Okay. Then I can't hear you.
All right. Do you have an otoscope?
Do I have a bar of soap?
What's an otoscope?
It's a thing that doctors use to look into people's ears. I think Samantha here stood a little too close to that fan.
Yeah.
I can't hear you too. I think I stood too close to the fan.
I think so too. Probably, yeah.
All right. Follow me.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well, what about you? What are some cool things around you that you see? And what are some things you know that are real, even though you can't see them? Have fun taking a closer look on your own, and we'll see you next time on A Closer Look.
Everything you do is beautiful. Oh, all that you have made is wonderful. Oh, so I will sing it out, shout it loud. My God is amazing. And I will celebrate, give him thanks. My God is amazing.
day one. We are so excited that you joined us. We hope that you had as much fun as we did. We will see you tomorrow for day two.